Who's next for AJ Styles? Well, it's pretty damn simple. 2 words, Samoa Joe. What's up, folks? Fred Ricciani, TSC, your home for pro wrestling news, updates, interviews, and everything in between. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. I'm in the office, just got some breaking news via WWE.com. It will be AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe, as widely expected, at Hell in a Cell, taking place September 16th. Now, here's the thing. I'm reading this, I'm scrolling through, and it mentions the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, but it does not mention Hell in a Cell. And I know, in theory, it makes perfect sense on paper to have WWE put these 2 heated rivals inside Hell in a Cell, especially after Samoa Joe attacked AJ, especially after he said, Wendy, Daddy's not coming home. And now, all of a sudden, they're booked in a match at Hell in a Cell, called Hell in a Cell, but not in a Hell in a Cell match. For now. Hopefully that'll change, but to me this will be one of the more preposterous decisions. But then again, this kind of represents the weird booking of SmackDown anyway with Hell in a Cell. Last year, it was Jinder Mahal versus Shinsuke Nakamura. It wasn't even the main event. The whole time, the reason Shinsuke couldn't win the title was because the Singh brothers kept interfering and interfering and interfering. So, logically, it would have made sense to do Shinsuke versus Jinder inside Hell in a Cell. I'm not saying it would have been good, but it would have made sense. But they didn't. And guess what? Shinsuke, I think, lost to interference again. So we'll see what happens. I would love to see Samoa Joe get a title run, even if it's for a brief period of time. I think it would be just a nice change-up. You could always have AJ Styles win the title back at Super Showdown. Now, some people might say, well, Fred, that's a short title reign. What does that do? Well, it keeps the heel strong because last time I checked, it was Samoa Joe who was having his ass handed to him at SummerSlam at the hands of an AJ Styles steel chair and brutal beatdown. And yes, he won via DQ, but yes, he did get over on SmackDown, but beating the hell out of AJ. But I think he needs to at least win once in this feud, and why not? Now, I would have kickstarted this feud by having Samoa Joe win the title in some heelish fashion, and then have him still go after AJ Styles' family, but this is WWE booking nowadays. It's ass backwards. Babyface has to win. Heel has to attack, or at least win the fight. Heel has to attack the babyface, and then so on and so forth. I mean, look at what they're doing with Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair. They're Roman Reigns-ing Charlotte Flair, for the love of God. I mean, and they thought Becky Lynch was going to be a babyface, but that's another story for another day. Real quickly, if you don't know already, at Hell in a Cell, it's also going to be Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella taking on Maryse and The Miz. And at Super Showdown a few weeks later, next month in Australia, it is going to be John Cena teaming up with Bobby Lashley to take on Kevin Owens, who's trying to resurrect his career after being in shambles at the hands of Braun Strowman. Teaming up with Elias, we're also getting Triple H versus The Undertaker, last time ever, allegedly. And we also are getting Daniel Bryan versus The Miz. Winner gets a world title shot, which tells me this. Chances are Daniel Bryan is re-signed or is in principle with an agreement with WWE to re-sign, which, long term, it's good. It's good for his future. It's good for his health. But I just hope they use him better creatively. But you know what? There is a part of me that says maybe keep the title on AJ or make sure he's champion going into Survivor Series and have The Miz be the one, after a year of reigning supreme, to dethrone AJ Styles. We'll see what happens there. But folks, I want to hear from you. What do you think about Hell in a Cell? What do you think about Super Showdown? What do you think about WWE Evolution? Trish Stratus versus Alexa Bliss? All the NXT titles being defended as far as the women's titles, UK, and regular women's titles, Raw women's title, SmackDown women's title. And what do you think about the Bludgeon Brothers? Because Eric Rowan now out with a torn bicep, going to be out for quite some time. What would you do with Luke Harper? Let me know. Leave a comment below. Tweet us, Facebook us. Do what you got to do. If you enjoyed this update, please like, share, take care. Don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, everybody, as always, enjoy the matches. And remember, who's your daddy?